to a new year. Yeah, Happy New Year. It is the year of the red monkey. I don't know what that means, but he's red. So I am back after a slight hiatus. You know how life goes. So I'm very excited to be back with you again in another year to introduce to you some more of my favorites for the past couple months. So if you are interested in that, here we go. So to start off my first favorites video of the new year, of course I'm going to be talking about a couple of variety / reality and little shorty mini-series as well. I can hardly go a week without seeing my very favorite show, which is Running Man, Run Don't Walk. So there were a lot of Running Man episodes throughout November and December that I really enjoyed, but here are a couple that I felt had memorable moments. So the first episode that I'm going to be talking about is Ultimate Tag Race, which was also the very first episode of November, so I think that's fitting. 2 episodes long, and it had the most people and guests I think I've ever seen in an episode before. What they had to do is call as many people as they knew and gather them together, whether it be idols, actors, comedians, musicians, whoever, and they all had to team up against all of these masters and ultimately have an ultimate tag race, which was insane. The second race is called the rival race, but to me the most memorable part was Song Ji-hyo and an idol. Her name is Hani Exid or EXID. A very interesting race against each other. I've never seen that before. Third episode that I thought was interesting and memorable was called the Zombie Race. Eventually, the cast members had to dress up like zombies, and I think you could tell they were a little embarrassed, but it was funny. For the next few shows, I'm gonna really try to breeze through them so we can get to the main course of this favorites video, the drama section. But before we begin, we have to talk about the appetizers. Yes, as some of you may know, I'm always on the hunt for a good variety show that I will love just as much as Running Man. I still haven't found that, but I have stumbled across a few that I've enjoyed. One in particular that I did start watching throughout November was called Sugar Man. Yeah. What does that mean? This is kind of like a competition, a singing competition. But slight twist, it's basically the song and the performance against each other. So the reason why I felt that this show piqued my interest was because I'm personally not as savvy or as, up to date of music in Korea. I'm not. What this show does is it introduces both past artists and new artists like idols and things. And it doesn't hurt that you get to see 4 performances. There's a panel of 4 people. Dara from 21, Yoo Jae-suk, Yoo Hee-yeol, and Ina. That they're kind of shedding some light on these older artists that, for whatever reason, stopped making music. I just think it's wonderful to reintroduce them to even the younger audience. The next couple shows are just mini web dramas. Yeah, they're just itsy bitsy tiny ones. 10 minutes long to watch an episode, so yeah. No commitment there. So the first mini series that I saw is called Sherlock K. Love Detective. Vaguely reminiscent of like Sherlock. Not really, actually, just because, they briefly mention the name Sherlock and Watson, I think, in the first episode. So maybe that's why I think it's reminiscent. It's this woman psychologist under the guise of the title Sherlock K who tries to help others, resolve things in their relationship. It has a medium-sized cast, I would say. A lot you may be familiar with. The one is the actor Park Min-woo. You may have seen him on Roommates, Modern Farmer, things like that. Another actress who is Sherlock K, Nambora. And a couple idols you may be familiar with. One is from B1A4, Jung Jin-young. And last but not least, Yoon Bo-mi from the idol group A-Pink. Is this the most riveting drama that I've ever seen in my life? No. But it's a mini-series and a web mini-series at that, so you kinda gotta just take it as it comes. The next mini-series I briefly tried out is called EXO Next Door. Holding off on watching this for quite a while, but I thought, you know what, I gotta give it a chance. I've heard of them, I've even listened to a song that they've sung before, but I don't know them at all. So I thought, you know, this show would be a great introduction to them. This is basically the ultimate dream boy next door, except when I say boy, I mean K-pop band. Any K-pop fan would fantasize about. This is it. It's quirky, it's very cutesy. It is 16 episodes long. If you love EXO, you'll get the feels. You'll be like, oh my gosh, it's so cute! Yeah, that's probably what you're gonna feel like.
Whoa, did we hit the end already? This was only the end of part 1 of my mashup of November and December, so stay tuned for part 2. But while we wait for part 2, if you'd like, you can always check out my previous videos that are right over here.